I was debating on covering Summer again, but I've been using it, seeing the value, having a blast, so here we are. Importantly, the Summoner is leaving the Trials loot pool after the season. We don't know when it's going to come back or if it's going to come back. There's some things to think about with this thing. And also really quick, I had LASIK last week. I can see 2015. My vision is great. And as someone who's worn glasses their entire life, it's a whole new world. Videos are coming back. I've just been recovering. Back to the Summoner. There are some things about it now that are special, things that no other auto rifle has. And that goes for all of them, not just the 600s. It's the only one that has some things. And with this thing, I'm just gonna keep going on and on, just spitting facts all day. Sit back and relax. There was a time when Summoner, Gnawing Hunger, Hardlight even, 600s were ruling the space in the Crucible, and as far as PvE, they've always been fairly solid choices for artifact-driven tasks, like champions. They have their use in PvE, and every once in a while, you see them in the Crucible. Summoner's a 600 auto, it was in Destiny 1, it had a couple perk updates. This version of the Summoner is the best by far. You get it from Trials, and again, this is the last chance. It has an Adept version, and you can also focus Trials Ingrams for drops. So if you want to try to get some rolls, do that. Play Trials, get Ingrams, focus the Summoner. I first want to start with the landscape. Things to consider here. Auto rifles, next season, they've increased their damage fall-off near distance by 0.75. So small range, better when ADS. Sounds small, but that coexists with the SMG zoom changes. ARs should be better in their space. So that's one thing. Another, auto rifles are one of the top 3 weapons that's going to benefit the most from the flinch reduction update. So at 100 stability, auto rifles have 25% flinch resistance. Resilience is also going to grant flinch resistance. Then you add on your unflinching mods. And to top it off, the auto rifle mods, they're tied for the cheapest mods of the game. AR targeting, unflinching, reloader, they cost 2 energy apiece. So to put that into perspective, you can run double mods where a hand cannon can run only 1. A hand cannon has 4 energy for targeting, reload, and unflinching. ARs are half that, so it's 2 to 1. You can juice these things up. And I'm going to be reviewing and talking about a couple more auto rifles before the season ends, but all of that you need to consider. Like I have one right here with 92 stability. It's getting over 20% flinch reduction. It's going to have on double unflinching. My resilience is going to be tiered. It's going to be good. If you haven't played with it, it's really easy to forget what an incredible shooting experience it has. It feels like it has some Destiny 1 sauce in it. Extremely stable at base without any stability perks. And once you add them on, it gets even better. I think that the zoom lies, but we'll never know. You can absolutely beam enemies with this thing. It's one of the most accurate weapons in the game. Shots are on a rope, it just vacuums headshots. It excels at pure dueling, which is needed. They have a 0.8 TTK, which is extremely competitive. It beats hand cannons, it beats a lot of things. But you need 8 crit, 1 body. And most weapons that have a crit ratio like that, you're a little weary, you kind of shy away from it. Not with these. Again, they beam, especially with all those changes coming up. And you look at that high stability roll, there's a lot to like. And one of the main reasons why I wanted to make this video. The base stats are great, they always have been, but here's what they did. In the left column, they took away Underdog and Zen Moment. Right column, they took away Rangefinder, Dragonfly, and Celerity. They added the Alacrity trait and 1 Quiet Moment. Which, real quick about Alacrity, it means you can do it with solo play. So in Lost Sectors, you have the Alacrity trait, 20 reload, 20 stability, 10 aim assist, 10 range, just on top. Then you can also use it in Rumble. But with what they did with these perks, they threw Rangefinder over to the left column. So what that does is it makes Summoner the only auto rifle in the game that has Rangefinder paired with a damage perk. That's pretty cool. So with pairings, something like this right here, Rangefinder multi-kill clip. A great combination, but it isn't the full story on damage perks. But with something like this, you're getting more range in that space where SMGs have been knocked down a little bit. You have a base laser. The added zoom's giving a little bit more stability to your shot. Flinch reduction's going to be helping in the future. Then you have a damage perk. It's the real deal. And there's some other great perks to pair with it. But note about Rangefinder, I'm not going to lead you astray. Rangefinder is great for it, but zoom and base zoom, it really matters. Do you guys remember Skaithlock? Skaithlock has a base 2x zoom, which is a base scout zoom. It starts fall off at 30 meters. Summoner with all range perks, full bore, range masterwork, ricochet rounds, that's where it hits 30 meters. So one requires everything range, but the Skaithlock just does it from the start. It's built different. So if you're intrigued by this video and the changes coming up, you don't have a new good Summoner, give Skaithlock a spin again. It's one of the best 600s in the game. But Summoner isn't craftable. Barrel-wise, any recoil barrel is great because it's so stable. It has sauce in it. Full bore can work, and I only use full bore if I have a stability masterwork, but you do you. Small bore is awesome as well. For the magazine, high caliber ricochet at the top, mag option for PvE, and a mag option for overflow because this thing can have overflow. Perk wise, we got perpetual motion in here. It's a great pick for it. Max stack gets the base stability to 67. Compulsive reloader is there. That's the only one that I would stay away from. But moving target's great. Overflow, dynamic sway, rangefinder, heating up. You have a 6 out of 7 shot to land. A really good perk in the first node for this thing. And in the last column, we have Rampage, Elemental Capacitor, Focus Fury, Multi-Kill Clip, Harmony, Wellspring, and Golden Tricorn. Now, I don't want to go through the intricacies of each and every role, but I do want to cover a couple things to know. In that first column, again, they're just winners aside of Compulsive Reloader. You're going to be happy with Dynamic Sway on it. You're going to be happy with Perpetual Motion, with Rangefinder heating up, even Overflow. Like, you're going to be happy. So I want to focus more on the second column. Let's first take something like Focus Fury. I'm only a fan of this perk, and I recommend it with either the Vice trait or Overflow. This thing does have Overflow. It gets the magazine near 100, and you only need to land 21 headshots. If you don't have Overflow, it's really tough. You're gonna hold on to the mag, it's just not worth it. But you land a 50% crit ratio, you deal 20% more damage, and it can refresh. In PvE, in the Crucible, it's gonna work well, but only with Overflow. And after that, there are two ways to go, either pure dueling or damage. It excels at both. Real quick, what you need to know about the damage part. We have Rampage, Focus Fury, Multi-Kill Clip, Harmony, Golden Tricorn. A lot of players have Overflow Rampage, and that's going to be great. But for PvP specifically, Rampage, Multi-Kill Clip, Golden Tricorn. Believe it or not, Golden Tricorn is the play here, regardless if you're on a solar subclass or not. Because Multi-Kill Clip, you need a kill, you reload. ×1 is 17% more damage. It deals 27 per crit. Rampage ×1 is 10%. Golden Tricorn is 15%. And then you can refresh it. It also deals 27 to the head. Because the base bullet damage is so low, there isn't enough of a percentage help for Multi-Kill Clip to make a difference. So 117, 115, Golden Tricorn, it's the same as Multi-Kill Clip ×1 damage. But you don't have to reload. It's like a better Rampage. And of course, there are times you're going to get to Rampage ×2, Multi-Kill Clip ×2, but not a lot. Definitely not as much as you think that you're going to. Golden Tricorns are refreshing 15%, doing the same damage. And if you're on a solar subclass, like I'm using the Athers's Embrace, I get the knife, or an ability Final Blow after the kill, it goes to a monster 0.5 TTK, 35 per crit. And I'm also bringing this up and wanted to do this video because the rumor is it's going to be Solar 3.0 next. There's going to be more ways to work with the solar subclass, ability-wise. I mean, there's Heavy Knife, there's Solar Grenades, Thermite Grenades, Solar Shoulder Charge, there's Celestial Fire, there's a whole bunch of things. There's a lot of potential with Solar 3.0 and something like this. Now, on the other side, pure dueling. And yes, there is a difference. Even though this thing is great at base, the more accuracy and stability you add to it, it makes it even better. Dynamic Sway with Elemental Capacitor, Heating Up with Capacitor, Perpetual Motion with it, they all work so well. The role combinations are endless, but you're at the mercy of RNG. The big things to consider, ARs are getting help. They're getting the most benefit from flinch reduction next season. It has Rangefinder in the first column. It has great damage perks. It's solar. Golden Tricorn fits there. It has high cows. It has a lot to love. And PvE-wise, something like Overflow Rampage is going to be great. Overflow Focus Fury. Overflow Golden Tricorn. It's in the artifact now. It's going to be again in the future. Summoner is a great tool to have. Get one of these before it's gone. It's the best version of Summoner that we've seen and might ever see. Don't miss out. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Let's talk about this Summoner down below and just 600 RPM auto rifles overall. And like I said, if you don't have a good one of these, bring out Scathlock if you have one. Gnawing Hunger in the Crucible. Get a feel for it again. They're still incredibly good. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, I am CoolGuy.